greetings. In this session, we'll be discussing on the strategic leadership and decision-making skills. Among the various skills for a manager, the strategic leadership and decision-making skills are more crucial. In the sense, he is a person who is actually guiding or leading or directing the employees in the organization. So unless otherwise, he has a clear-cut blueprint where they're heading towards, how they are getting towards, whether the activities that are being carried out right now or in the pipeline. In order to ensure all those things, the strategic thinking, the strategic visionary thinking must be there in a manager. Okay, so if at all you want to be a good manager, you should ensure that you have a good strategic leadership skill. And apart from that, you should be able to make decisions more wisely. What decision will be more beneficial to the organization? That you have to pick up the right choice, right? So here we are going to have some outline about these two skills. One is about the strategic leadership. In the sense, it means it's being a wise and careful leader who always ensure that all the activities are directed towards the long-term objective of the organization. And second is about the decision-making skill, where it is all about choosing the best option when there are different choices that are available for one particular problem. Okay, if a manager ensure these two skills, if he ensure these two skills are very best to him, definitely he could be able to lead the organization in a better way. Right. So what are the advantages or why these two skills are very important for a manager, that we can have some basic idea. So once you have a good decision-making skill and strategic thinking skill or strategic decision-making skill, definitely you can lead the people very well, right? Because you are a visionary. You are a visionary, and how this organization is moving towards, and you are just looking in forward, right? So definitely you're able to lead other people in the right direction, proper direction. And again, only when you have these two skills, there is strategic decision making, so strategic thinking skill, you can just think way forward, right? It is not you are not looking for anything for the short-term benefit. You are not looking for the short-term profit for the organization, rather than for the long term. What are the plans you are coming out? What are the activities you are coming out? You ensure that it is for the future. Right. And you are also making the team or the total organization to cope with the challenges, to cope with the changes that may happen in the future also. Only a strategic thinker, only a strategic decision maker could be able to come with such mentality and lead other people, create a good environment in the organization. And moreover, as far as the decision making skill concerned, you could be able to give better solution to the given problem. For a specific problem, for any specific problem, there are so many alternatives out there, and only a good decision maker can come out with a better decision where the win-win situation will be always assured. And again, if you are good at your decision making, definitely you can be confident on all your decisions. All right. And what are the choice you have selected? You will have the very confident, you will trust, and definitely you could be able to make others also feel trust on you. And you could be able to help others, because the strategic leaders support their team members. They make sure everyone has what they need to do their best. And the way you can help others to pursue their career, and you can also ensure them that they are contributing to the organization in a better way. And again, when you lead with a strategy, you set goals and figure out how to reach them. This helps your team be successful. Yes, achieving the goal without any deviations, or your laser focused approach can be possible only when you have a clear decision making and strategic thinking skill. So these are the benefits, or these are the importance why a manager should have these two things skills, and how they can develop, how the managers can develop these two skills, we can see one by one. So one thing is, you have to think about what you want to achieve in the long term, make a plan to get that with the planning ahead. Right, after 14 years, after 15 years, after 10 years, after 20 years, where my company want to be, what actually I want to achieve, right? So it is in the strategic leadership level. Even if you just take the middle level management, again, they'll be thinking of where my unit will be, where my division will be, where the product will be, right? So always they think forward, and they'll be planning everything in order to reach the particular goal accordingly, right? So planning ahead is the one thing you must master if at all you want to be a good strategist or strategy decision maker. And second is, you should be able to gather the information, right? Because information is the most important component for a good decision. If at all you want to make decisions, right decisions, and definitely you need the I mean, the required volume of business, volume of information, the required quality of information, and enough information must have it. So only then you could able to come with the better decisions. Right. And the third component is you have to think in long term. You have to consider what are the decisions you are coming that will affect the future. So you have to just think about what outcomes you are looking for this particular out of this particular decision, and accordingly you have to think it. It is not for the short-term profit, but it is for the long term. So you have to able to think in the long term, and you have to take the decision accordingly. And whatever the decisions you are going to make, definitely you have to have input from other people also, probably from the different stakeholders, right? So you may have your own idea, you may have your own perspective, that may not be the best perspective, that may not be the best things, right? Organization looks for the best thing. Okay, it doesn't mean that we happen to be the manager, happen to be the captain of the team. If whatever the decision we make, that will be the best. So, I mean, as a strategic decision maker or a decision making skill, if you want to be strong, you have to have input from other stakeholders also. I mean, you have to consider their perspectives also. So that is the other thing, you have to go for it. And whenever you're making a big decision, you have to take your own time. Okay, you have to be more calm, composed. Then only you could able to take the decisions, you could able to take the right decision. Because rushing, if you are just rushing in making the decisions, sometimes it may go for wrong decisions also. Right. So as a strategy thinker, you have to take your own time, you have to think twice, thrice before taking or before making the decision. So you have to stay calm. Then you have to learn from the mistakes. Okay, because it is not that every time whatever the decisions we made, that will be perfect. Sometimes it may go wrong also, right? And if something is not going as per the plan, and if you're meeting some failure, definitely we can learn and something from out of it, right? So that we have to be ready. We have to learn from the mistakes, what we have done, and we should ensure that in future that is not being repeated. Okay, this is another thing a manager should focus if at all if they want to master the strategic decision making skill. And of course, the last but most important component, if at all you want to make the decisions right decisions, and again you have to be a strategic thinker, you should be able to communicate clearly. Because only when you share your plans and decisions with your team, the team will perform accordingly. And when you are communicating them properly, then only they could be able to have clear understanding what actually you are expecting from them, right? So then they could be able to contribute accordingly. So for any decision making skills or for strategy management skills, this communication plays a very crucial role. So these are the areas of what a manager should focus on to develop their strategy thinking skill. And hope you got some basic idea. Okay, and if you have some other component, some other input regarding this particular component, that you can very well place in the inbox, and that will be attended by our subject matter expert. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. We will see in the next video on yet another concept. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Thank you.